Jed arrives in New York. Jed counted his money. He had $39.37. He could have more, but he had bought some clothes for himself. He didn't want to take money from Harry Bertman. "No, Harry," he said, "I have about $40, and I think that will be enough for me till I find work." "Where do you want to go?" "I think I'll go to New York," answered Jed. "I have never been there. It's easy to find work in such a large city. I'm afraid for you, Jed," said Harry Bertman. There were two ways of coming to New York from Sea Spray. One was by car and boat, the other was by ship. Jed decided to go there by ship. With a small bag in his hand, Jed took his place on board the ship. There he saw a tall, thin man, dressed in poor clothes. The weather was warm, but the man had his coat on. 15 minutes passed, and the man turned to Jed and looked at him with interest. "Are you staying at Sea Spray this summer, young man?" he asked. "I have spent some weeks there," answered Jed. "I think you are going to New York." "Yes, I am." "Are you going to take work there?" "Yes, I am." "Have you ever been to New York?" "No, I have never been there." "Oh, this is very interesting. I'll be happy to help you," said the man. "Thank you." "Have you heard anything of H.B. Claflin?" "Yes, he is a very rich man," said Jed. "That's right. I want to give you a letter to him," said the man. "Do you know him?" asked Jed. "Yes, Horace and I went to the same school when we were boys. He was older than I, but we were friends." "Do you work with him?" "No, I write for the newspapers." "Do you? What newspaper do you write for?" "I write for many city newspapers, so I'll give you a letter to Mr. Claflin when we get to New York." "But Mr. Barry," that was the man's name, "you don't know me. How can you recommend me?" "My boy, when I look at a man, I can say what he is and what he can do." When they came to New York, Hamilton Barry put his arm on Jed's and took him to a small restaurant. "Will you take a glass of something?" asked the man. "No, I don't drink," answered Jed. "I think I left my money at home. Mr. Gilman, can you pay for me 15 cents?" said Barry. Jed gave the money. Barry paid 15 cents and put the change into his pocket quickly. "Now for the letter," he said. He asked for a piece of paper and a pen, and in a short time wrote a letter which he gave to Jed. "Here is this letter. Dear Horace, this talented young man is a friend of mine. He is looking for a job. Please give him a place in your office. Your old friend, Hamilton Barry." Then he put the letter into an envelope. "Take this letter to Claflin, and he will give you a good place." "Thank you, Mr. Barry," said Jed. "Don't mention it," said Barry. "I'm happy to help you, Mr. Gilman. Can you give me $5 till next Monday?" "I'm afraid that I can't give you $5. I can give you only $2. "That's right," said Barry. "Meet me here next Monday at 6 o'clock." Jed gave the money to Mr. Barry and went away. "I think I'll go to Claflin's now," thought Jed.